Africa in an open-air market, you're likely to negotiate. Negotiations are part of our daily lives. And there are some people that are masters of negotiation and plenty of novices. I like negotiating. I am not afraid of negotiating. I have had some great advice over the years about negotiating, and I'm going to share a few of those tips this morning. There's three main types of the outcome of a negotiation. It's probably a review for most of you, but there's a win-win where two parties come together and they get what they want. You feel good, successful negotiation. There's the win-lose where one person compromised, not feeling so great, and the other person walks away getting what they want. And then the third category is for the losers, and that's the lose-lose, where the negotiation didn't quite happen, and you walk away neither getting what you want. Negotiation starts early. I have a 7-year-old who negotiated with me yesterday. He wanted to buy something. He only had half the amount of money in his piggy bank. I told him it's not his birthday, it's not the holidays, he cannot get it. He said, I'll babysit Sadie. She's my 3-year-old. I thought, well, that's a good proposition. I said, how much do you charge? And he said, $5 an hour. I said, perfect. Okay, we've got 8 hours. He looked at me and he said, okay, $10 an hour. I said, $8 an hour. Deal, deal. So with that, the tips of negotiation that he's learning early is know what you want. Have a really good idea of what the best outcome is. The second tip is to start by breaking the ice. When you're going in and you're going to have a conversation and a negotiation, warm that person up a little bit with a little small talk, and I refer back to an earlier speech, start with heart. You want to be genuine, you want to be direct, you want to not play any games, because in a negotiation, if you start playing games, then it gets confusing and you kind of lose focus. You want to use I statements. I want this purse, I said to the man in Morocco, for $50, you know, and he said, no, $100, and I walk away, and then he says, okay, $50, you know, so I knew that that was a good price. So know what you want, start with heart, stay focused, and then show your appreciation in a negotiation. You want to not be so buttoned up and focused that you're losing sight that this is just a personal interaction. So with those tips, I think that you may have some great success. And in reflection of some of my greatest negotiations, I think about apartment searching in San Francisco in the 90s, where you could find a job but you could not find an apartment. I found 3 apartments, and I have to say I was pretty good. And I think my success was meeting the landlord on time, going up to him right when the doors were open for the open house. I'd say, I'm Sara Hutchinson, so nice to meet you, where are you from? And I'd connect with him on a personal level. And then I'd kind of block everyone else. And so they could not talk to the landlord. And then I'd, you know, ask him what was the worst tenant situation he ever had, and, you know, and tell him that that would never happen with me, and then turn it over to why I loved the apartment, and by the end, I'm saying, you know, and where do I write the check, you know, and even my husband, he was like, oh my gosh, you're insane, but you do it great. So I hope to inspire you with the negotiation skills. And now we're going to see a little negotiation in live action. Sue Ann has put a ad in the paper. Yeah, come on up. And she is selling a cruiser bike, and I'm really excited to buy this cruiser bike from her. So we're going to have a little short role play, and then we're going to open it up for a discussion. Thank you. So I'm going to role play. Ding dong.
Hi. You must be Sara.
I am. Hi, Sue so excited because I have been looking high and low for a bike.
Great, it's right over here.
Oh, cool. Are you a big bike rider?
Oh, it's my daughter's bike.
Oh.
I don't touch cruisers.
Oh, right. How old's your daughter?
She's 15.
Oh, that's great. So
No, it's not.
she's tough.
She's a tough.
Oh, I only have a 10-year-old, so
You wait.
any tips for parents?
Get them a cruiser and they'll be happy.
Oh, great. Well, this looks exactly what I was looking for, and you've listed it for $1,000. I came today with $700. Would you consider taking $700?
You know, it was $17.50 when I bought it, and we've taken really good care of it. You know, we're always getting it checked out at White Pine, and she really didn't ride it that much.
Oh.
So it's really in great shape.
Oh, yes. Oh, great. Yes. Well, I hear you. It looks like it's in great shape, and $1,700. So $1,000. That's a great deal. I was thinking though, because I have $700, that maybe you'd be interested in some sort of trade in addition. Would you be open to something like that?
Well, what are you thinking?
Well, I work at companybackcountry.com, and I have some access to maybe some gear. Do you need any jackets or any tent?
We could talk about that.
So how about I have a tent that I can get you. It's a $500 tent, and I could get it to you for $100.
I don't really need a tent, but I need some backpacks. I need some big backpacks for hiking up in the Mississippi.
Oh, great. So how about this? How about I'd like to take a ride on the cruiser bike, and then if I like it, I'd love to give you some cash, and then maybe we can pull up the site and look at a backpack that would fit you and your family, and then we could do some sort of trade.
2 backpacks.
Oh, 2 backpacks.
Well,
Well,
I don't do it by myself.
oh, I understand. Oh, yeah, and you got to get that 15-year-old out.
Oh, yeah.
Out the
So
races.
it'd probably be a little bit better for you than the tent, because 2 backpacks would probably be $500. So.
Sure, sure. No, I'd be really open because I'm really excited to have a bike, and where I live, they have those new trails. So I'm excited. Well, I think this is going to work out great. Do you feel good about this deal? That's great. Sue-Ann, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I just really, really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Thanks.
So it's a little awkward, right? Negotiation. Has anyone been in a negotiation in the last couple months where they have been buying something and they've had a successful outcome, a win-win? Any win-wins? Any lose-loses? Can you share your experience?
I lost the cereal. We were negotiating over who got the last bowl of cereal, and I lost.
Oh, right.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
Did you express what your needs were, or you
Yes.
just ended up giving in?
I needed the cereal at 10:30 at night because
Yeah, that last bowl of cereal. So Sue-Ann and I had an interaction over a cruiser bike. What do we think? Do we think it was effective to throw in a little trade, or is there any suggestions that you could give me in that negotiation? Yes.
I liked the way that you told her how much cash you had so that there was no question that there wouldn't be more cash on the table. So you were trying to close her pretty hard with that, so that was very effective. I'm a bit concerned about offering swag from work. I'm not real sure how that works, so I don't know
That's
about
a
that.
great point.
But it was completely effective, so that was good.
And in fact, I wouldn't do that. So that was really made up.
Darn, I was hoping to talk to you later.
I know. Forget that.
Yeah.
Sarah's selling gear. Cruiser bikes. Yes, Sherry.
Would it be better to offer the cash that you have at a lower amount so that you have some room?
Oh, that's a good
to
suggestion.
play with a little bit? I mean, I know $500, but if she's asking $1,000 might be too low, but that way you would have
Have somewhere to come up in the middle.
Have a little bit.
That's a great
I mean,
suggestion.
it's totally different
Sure.
But also, it just depends on.
Right, it's the psychological.
Yeah.
That's a great suggestion, because you do kind of want to feel good, like they come down, you come up. It's a great suggestion. Again, I do that. Yes?
My problem's always wanting it so badly that I'll just go ahead and give them what they're asking for. You know, how do you get the emotion out of it and be willing to walk away if it's really something you want?
Right.
That's hard.
I think about that, it is hard, and that's probably why some people just don't like negotiation. They're like, take my money, I want to, how much does it cost? Let's just agree on it. I do go back to my example from my presentation about the Moroccan market, because that's how you negotiate. That's how you know. If you went too low and you walk away and they don't call you back, you went too low. But often you walk away and that's when they call you back, and that's when you know you kind of hit it. So maybe it takes being emotionally detached and just saying, you know what, I can walk away from this. And then having pride to come back. So anyway, well, thank you very much. Happy negotiating.